Hello everyone, welcome to another 11th tutorial. Today we're going to be walking through how to create a campaign as an advertiser or an agency on the 11th for Advertisers platform. Today I'm logged in as an agency, and as you can see, the client instance that I have selected is Fenty. If I want to start a new campaign for Fenty, I hit start new campaign. I'll be presented with basically a shortened RFP. If I want, actually we can go through this quickly. I'll hit this and it'll just fill out my information, project details, guardrails, target URL, a maturity rating restriction, and if I have anything that I need to attach to this campaign, such as a PDF document or a more formal RFP, examples of what I'm looking for as far as creative goes, and whether or not I need to send any product to these publishers. If I do, I can hit yes, and I'll be presented with their addresses at the end of the campaign creation flow as they accept this campaign. Hit save and continue. So usually we'll go through the audience building flow, but we're going to use this feature, which is loading an audience. If you want to look at how to create an audience, we have tons of videos on that as well. Feel free to look at those. And I'm going to select TV and film, African American women, 1834 or 1634. So you're seeing that it automatically loaded my audience demographics as well as any other targeting details I have saved to that filter. And I'm going to start selecting some publishers now. As I select these publishers, you're able to see how well they match against this target audience that was selected. As well as some high-level metrics, estimated to cost, total viewership, so on and so forth. Go ahead and hit save and continue. And next what you're going to do is start to basically create orders. I'm going to select line items for each date. On the supply side of the platform, each one of the vendors that we work with are basically uploading publishing schedules. So as an advertiser, what you're doing is pulling through a master schedule and seeing what inventory is available from each publisher that you just selected in that last screen on those days. So I'll select September 3rd, and I want to select Pull Up, which is a BT show. And I present it with a drop down. I'm going to select global inventory. So if I want to select a seasonal sponsorship, I want to sponsor the entire season of the show, I can hit that. If I want to just select the first episode on that day, I can hit that, and I'll get a branded sketch for a certain price. If I hit the 24th, I can do the same. Now the 24th inventory may be different than the last episode you picked. Maybe it's already been sold. Maybe they're not offering certain inventory on that particular episode. Things of that nature. But at its core, what we're doing is tallying the inventory that's available and showing you what is available for that particular date. Go ahead and hit apply. Let's go through the 4th. So if I hit select all available dates, as well as package to campaign cap, whatever my budget is for this campaign, it'll select the line items from these publishers and basically package it until I meet my campaign goal, my campaign budget. And as I hit apply, you'll see that it just scatters it across these different this campaign window. So if you have a 3-month window for this campaign, it'll spread it across 3 months. If you have a 1-month window like we're seeing here, it's going to spread it across this 1 month. And you'll also be able to see at the very end of it how many each line item that you're chosen to buy, the price, the publisher, the series that you're doing, the episode, line item, and the price method, whether it's a flat rate or a CPM. If you haven't already entered your payment information, you will be prompted to do so here. And when you hit launch, you'll get one more final approval of this campaign. So you're 40 Shades and 49 is the name of your campaign. Estimated total cost $2.1 million. Estimated total views 30 million. And 65 line items are included into this entire order. When you hit launch, you're essentially sending them an insertion order. So each publisher within this Viacom network that you're sending this campaign to, they'll be each presented with the line items for their particular shows, and they'll be able to approve or deny you for these shows and campaigns. I'll go ahead and hit launch. And as you're seeing here, you're seeing your summary of your campaign that you put in, the media that you provided to the publishers. And below that, you have a centralized chat around this. So, mind you, you already have done all the negotiation on the back end. Well, there was no negotiation as these were set prices from the publisher side. So all you have to do here is really get on the same page as the publisher and work on creative. Anything that can go wrong, you want to thwart that by getting on the same page way before production goes into, before these series go into production. So as you're seeing down here, you're seeing the production schedule for the show 50 Central, when they're doing the ideation and approvals, when they're doing the rough cuts of production, or table reads, or final approvals, and the final air date as well. So anything that you do here, this is where you get your creative vision across to the publisher. This is where you make sure that they're producing to your standards and guidelines, and that everything that you put in your orders are actually being making it to the final cut. As you're seeing here, maybe there's a pending. These are all pending approvals, and at the bottom, you're seeing these creative submissions. So once they shoot and produce something, you have the final approval. You can approve it, or you can submit a change request. However, they have an edit window, so this is a constant taker of time. They'll submit this way prior to it actually being due and to be uploaded. And each publisher has their own edit windows. They have carte blanche over that on the supply side, so you'll be well aware of how long you have to make a suggestion before it goes live. And that's the long and short of how you create a campaign. The last thing you can see here is when your campaign is actually live, you'll get a day-by-day breakdown of how those line items are performing, an estimate versus actual viewership, how much was forecasted versus how much is actually being reached, the gross rating points that they're reaching on that particular day, each channel's submitted creative that already made it to the final cut, and how it's performing in terms of ratings, total rating points, click-through rates, how many people have the opportunity to see it, so on and so forth, as well as a breakdown of the demographics here as well, so you can make sure they match what you originally put in. Thank you. That's been the long and short of how you create a campaign on 11.